So you're going to want to start laying down on your mat. You're always welcome to have a blanket or a pillow underneath your head. You want to bend your knees up and allow your feet to be a little wider, almost as wide as your mat maybe, and let your knees knock in towards each other. Take your arms by your side with the palms facing the ceiling. And feel like you could press your feet into the ground a little bit, that they're straight and you could root into all four corners of both feet. Let your arms feel heavy and take note of the back of the shoulders. They're broad and heavy. And a couple breaths here, allow your chest to soften, your front ribs to soften as you exhale. Have a moment where you feel a reaching of your sit bones towards your heels. So you're on the very weighty and heavy, longest part of your sacrum, and then again, allow your back, your mid-back, to press into the ground. Keeping everything as it is, as you exhale, let your head, picture an apple rolling on the ground. As you exhale, let your head melt over to the right. And it might even bounce. Keep your shoulders broad and heavy to the ground. As you inhale, press into the ground with your feet and bring your head back to center without using your shoulders, and realign at center. And then on your next exhale, let your head totally melt over to the left. It might even bounce. And once it's done bouncing, squeeze into the floor underneath you and come back to center without the shoulders. Exhale, let the head melt over the right. It releases. Inhale, especially keep the left shoulder down as you bring the head back to center. Exhale, head over the left. Let the right shoulder be heavy as you bring the head inhaling back to center. And one more time each side. Exhale over the right. Inhale back to center. Exhale over the left. Inhale back to center. Beautiful. And then bring your arms out to the side. Relax your shoulders down. As you exhale, bring your right fingertips to your left shoulder and your left fingertips to your right shoulder so that your forearms are crisscrossed, and you can either relax your forearms over your chest or relax your forearms over your face, whatever feels most releasing. Most importantly is that you can feel your feet press. You can feel the backs of your shoulders weighing down to the ground. On your next inhale, keeping your shoulders broad on the ground, bring your arms out to the side again. And take a quick peek at your fingers. Make sure they're in line with the shoulders. A lot of times they're higher than the shoulders, so make sure that they're in line with the shoulders. And then as you exhale, keeping the backs of the shoulders on the ground, you're going to cross your arms, opposite forearm on top. So this time it's going to be the right forearm on top. And then drape your forearms either over your chest or over your face. Allow your shoulders to relax. And then inhale like you're pressing something really heavy open. Shoulders stay on the ground. Even feel your back ribs press into the ground. Exhale and cross your arms. Opposite forearm on top. In this case, it's the left. And then we're going to pulse with the breath as you inhale, open up the arms. And exhale, close. Inhale, open up. Exhale, close. Inhale, open up. Stay here. Arms out to the side, shoulders down. Take a breath. And then on your next exhale, just let your arms slide back down by your sides. Turn the palms to face you. Relax your shoulders down. And then you're just going to keep the back of your shoulder on the floor. That's the most important part. As you inhale, keeping your front ribs down, you're going to bring your right arm up. All the way up overhead as best you can, keeping the arm straight, but the shoulder down. And then on your next exhale, soften your chest and your ribs. Keep the back of the shoulder on the floor as you lower your right arm down. And then inhaling, not to lift the ribs up and destabilize the spine. Actually inhale to breathe into your back and side ribs so your spine stays supported. Your shoulder, the left shoulder is going to stay on the ground. Inhaling, arm comes up with the shoulder on the ground. As far back as you can go, keeping the back of the shoulder on the ground, the shoulder away from the ear, and the arm straight. And then exhale, lower the arm down, keeping the shoulder down. Inhaling, right arm up, right shoulder stays down. Exhale, right arm down, right shoulder stays down, right arm stays strong. Inhaling, left arm. Most important part is that the back of the shoulder stays down. Exhale. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, right arm down, keeping the shoulder totally released. Stretch through your fingers. One more time. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, left arm down. If you have 2 blocks or 1 block, you're welcome to stack the 2 blocks behind your head. This is another layer to that arm exercise. If you don't worry. You could also have a chair that you hold on to. But with your feet wide, your knees knocking in, palms face each other. As you inhale, bring your arms up, keeping the backs of the shoulders down. And grab a hold of the top block. So you're going to want to make sure that the blocks or the chair, whatever you're grabbing onto, is far enough away from you that you can keep the arms straight, but not too far away from you where you get the shoulders stuck by the ears. So keeping the shoulders back of them on the ground and the heads of them away from your ears, you're just going to hang out here, holding onto the top block, shoulders stay down, and be with your breath. Inhale, feel your back ribs expanding the ground. Exhale, actively soften your chest, your shoulders, knit your ribs, feel your navel hug in. Inhale into your side ribs. Exhale, soften something. Do once more. Inhale, keep the front ribs quiet. Exhale, if you want, maybe slide your hands down the block more, but keep the shoulders released. Next, exhale, shoulders stay down, reach through your fingers, bring the arms down. Flip the palms so they face the ceiling, and allow your arms to be a little further away from your body. Keep your feet wide, knees knock in. All you're going to do is move your knees over to the right without changing your feet. They stay wide. And then once your knees melt over to the right, let your head melt over to the right. Now you're welcome to stay here or extend your left arm diagonal overhead. You want to keep the left arm and the left shoulder on the ground. You should feel a little stretchy on your left quadricep, maybe the outer left hip. You can always support underneath, especially the left knee if it's lifted up, or the right knee. Put pillows or blankets underneath here, both knees, just so it has something to soften into. Keep the shoulders soft, and every time you exhale, soften your front ribs, hug the navel in. On your next exhale, squeeze your feet into the floor. No shoulders. Keep them heavy to the ground. Use your lower belly and come back to center with your knees. Relax your left arm by your side. Realign at center. So feel your feet wide. They're straight. The knees knock in. Palms face the ceiling. Exhale, let your knees melt over to the left. And then once your knees totally melt, keeping the feet wide, let your head melt over the left. Keep the back of the right shoulder down. Bring your right arm diagonal overhead. So keep the shoulder away from the ear, the arm super heavy. Just so you're creating a line of energy between the right middle finger and the right thigh. Both shoulders soft. Let the head release even more. Breathe. And on your next exhale, squeeze your feet to the floor. Come back to center using your lower belly, not your shoulders. And then lower your right arm down. Good. Heel toe the soles of your feet together. Let your knees fall open. And just have about 3 breaths here. Getting an inner thigh stretch. Let your chest soften, your front ribs soften. And then use your fingers to hug your knees together. Hug your knees into your chest. Take your hands on the tops of your knees and just move your knees around in little circles, keeping your shoulders nice and soft. Go in the other direction. Beautiful. Roll over to one side. Press yourself up to a seated position. Namaste.